Yo, what's up, VDL? So, I actually didn't press or I muted myself this game, so I have to like voice over the match versus Otto. So here's me real time, but I'll do my best to like portray the match as it went. So it's the playoffs, quarterfinals against Otto and his Trixie Tricos. So soon enough, I will get up the matchup on screen. I think uh, we are bringing the ones at the bottom here, which is Fluttermane, Glimora, Hydreigon, Taros, Frostlass, and Stonejourner. So here's the matchup. Um, he has like a scary, like Volcarona team. It's very centered against on the Volcarona. It's such a good mon. I definitely underrated it this draft. I have been crushed by it already in the regular season. He also has like Dragonite. It's also a huge mon on this team. And then there's like Toad Squirrel, Tauros, Sylveon, and like also I expected him to bring the Persian, which he didn't. So that's a spoiler, but I haven't played the match, so that's how it is. He brought all the monsters just mentioned, and also Luxray instead of the Persian. So my team is like heavy focused on like Fluttermane and Stonejourner pushing buttons. Terra Fairy, Fluttermane hits really hard with the power spot, and like the Rock Slide threatens his Volcarona. So like he has to either Terra or protect it, or somehow deal with my lead in another way. But I also have like the speed advantage, but like uh, that's until he shows like he could have a Scarf Mod or Ice Wind or some other form of speed control. So yeah, there's that. Uh, I have the Frostlass also. I'm not yet. I haven't brought it in team preview. This is the first time I'm going to like focus on it. So specifically for like Toad Squirrel and Volcarona lead. So like Toad Squirrel obviously is 4 times weak to ice, uh, but not only that, the Frostlass also has safety goggles, so it can get away from like Spore and Rage Powder, which is important because like the most important job that Frostlass have is to taunt away the Quiver Dance from the Volcarona. And it also is 4 times effective against Dragonite. So 4 times effective against 2-1s. Stonejourner is there to quick Rock Slide, Power Spot. Hydreigon is like just a general bulky good mon to have. Deals with like it's good or neutral to many mons. Tauros is like my other physical mon. It can deal with other Tauros. It has Wild Charge and like I also have his Terra sheet, so he does like Otto has like Terra Water on his Volcarona, and my Tauros is Terra Electric with Wild Charge, so it deals with those two like decently. It's not like a one-hit KO on either, but like those two also it's not dealing with the Tauros that good. And Glimora is like threaten again, like the 4 times weakness on rocks. It's just it does a lot of like good damage into many mons and can be annoying with focus sash and like toxic debris. So yeah, there's the team. I guess it looks like I'm soon to begin the match. So yeah, let's just get into team preview. I think. Yeah, so a bit of backstory, like I've battled Otto a lot of times, and he's obviously like a 2 times champion of the VDL. But I do like have I'm either neutral or have a positive matchup against him. Not quite sure, but I think I'm definitely not have a losing record. I think I have a positive or a neutral. But he has beaten me, and I have beaten him. So yeah. I am going game 1 now with like the Flutter Main and the Stone Journer, which like I didn't see person, so it's the lead is better when the person isn't there, and I just wanted to see if it worked, because if it worked, it's really good. It's really good if it doesn't have a counter for it. So game 1 I'm like scouting it does like the Flutter Main Stone Journal lead work, and I do it the other games, and it's like up to him to counter it. I'm not like sure if he has prep for it or not. So we're looking in that, and like I think I look in Glimora and the Hydreigon, like they're just general good ones to have in the back after like Glimora, after Flutter Main, and Stone Journal has like gotten a few KOs. So they're just to clean up like the mess. So we see game 1 that Otto is bringing the Towers on the which I soon realized is really not that great, because the Tauros is Terra Steel. So Terra Steel will decimate my Flutter Main if he Terras. At the same time though, like I am threatening the Rock Slide with Volcarona, but I don't think he will give me that for free, so I've decided to Earthquake, possibly like catching the Terra Steel, and switching to my Dragon, which is obviously Levitate. So that's my like 1 ground immunity, and like Dragon isn't too threatened by like an Iron Hand or anything like I think the Volcarona would have done more. So he plays it safe, doesn't Terra, scouts what my Stone Journal is doing, I guess. And we see the Iron Head and Earthquake, and there is no Terra of the Tauros. We also find out that the Tauros is Spark, which is really important and makes this matchup really hard for me. Earthquake does a chunk, but we got crit, so I'm starting to realize I'm not in that good of a position, because he didn't Terra, so my Earthquake isn't going to do that much. I'm not threatening Rock Slides anymore, and I'm thinking about switching out, but at the same time, like, he doesn't know I'm Scarf yet. He doesn't know that, so he's probably Terraing. But yeah, I am for to quick Earthquake. I don't really want to switch out. So he respects like my Stone Journal enough to have all of this. I am starting to like think about like how am I dealing with this Volcarona, because it's going to get River Dance set up now. It's threatened by everything, and I missed the Snarl on the Volcarona, which is it's not the best. I clicked the Snarl to just keep it in check. Not sure how effective it would have been like to keep it in check, but that was my thought process then and there. I maybe should have like just gone all out and Drake Meteor, like get some damage on it honestly, or taking the KO on Tauros, because Toy Scarf Tauros, like I couldn't afford it to stay on the field when my Flutter Main eventually hit the field. Yeah, but here I'm like forced to just stay in Malaga. and Earthquake, because I can really switch in the turtle man if I could Stone Journey, and I didn't really want to take some damage like this. This would have hurt the turtle man too hard. Obviously Glimora would have taken it, but it wouldn't have taken the Earthquake. So he preserved the Taros, which is bad for me. Doesn't take anything from the Earthquake realistically, and like the Dragonite is there. It's not really doing that much, but yeah. So 30 minutes, like it's my only way to damage this Volcarona effectively now. With the Stone Generator will still do a chunk, but Volcarona is free to KO my Stone Generator anytime it wants. Like I'm assuming he is faster like than the Stone Generator, even though like I have a fair bit of speed and he doesn't have to put that much speed in. So I'm wondering here if I should take the KO on the Dragonite or not. I choose not to take the KO because I really can't afford to let the Taurus enter the field. Probably in hindsight, I should have gone for Death and Green and I'm also going to find out that he is should go not in the focus but scalability, like the damage reducing ability. Dragonite would probably would have taken Wrestling and Green. But yeah. I definitely should have tried to take the KO on the Dragonite. Volcarona also survives, which is like I may have had a chance if the Volcarona died there. Definitely I could like have I can see how I could have won that, like Sash and Taros being so low on health, but it would definitely been enough if I flip. But now it's looking really tough because Volcarona can KO the Stone Journey at any time. Dragonite also probably KOs the Glimora, so I don't really have anything to do now except to plan for game 1. Game 2. Showdown kills the Glimora. And what's he doing with the faster that get the KO of Volcarona? But like it's quite like a clinch. I don't think Stone Journey can survive that much. Okay, so we got the clinch. I didn't even remember because I am going to lose this match. Spoiler alert. The Taurus is almost scarped and it's naturally faster, and he has I'm not sure if he's max speed because I think my Stone Journey had to be max speed to like hit the even if it's max speed it had to be the to like match a benchmark, to reach a benchmark. Can't remember who, but like there were others. Like I think I'm not faster than the Fetterman, even with Troy Scarf. So if he wanted to outspeed the Fetterman, he would have to be faster. I think, if I remember correctly. But I'm not that optimistic game 2, honestly. He like he brought the Terra Steel to Scarf Taurus, which was really tough for what I had planned. So I'm really thinking like, what can I do to like negate that? I'm thinking about bringing the Frostlass, but the problem with Frostlass, like if I bring it turn 1, because it can get the taunt off on Volcarona, which is like the problem that like Taurus is guarding. But Frostlass also dies to the Iron Head, probably. And I'm Terra Ice. Didn't really think too much about Terra Frostlass. Despite Terra Ice boosts my only ice attacking moves, so there's that. So I'm really not sure what adjustments I can make. I'm thinking about the Frostlass, but I'm not bringing it this time, so I'm doing Glimova in the lead this match, like to possibly deal with the towers somehow. It has the sash, so that's like my main focus. I am going to survive something from these towers, and I'm going to force the Terra on the Volcarona probably. Well, definitely, because I have double rock, and like he can KO one of my mons, but he can't KO both in time for the rock moves to matter. So he goes with the same lead. I'm not too thrilled about that, because even with the adjustments, I'm not sure if it's enough. So my plan was always to swap in the towers here to for one intimidate the towers or the towers, and also next turn I am threatening wild charge on both Volcarona and the towers, depending on who he terras. If I can get the towers gone and the Volcarona hasn't got any quiver dances, my Stone General is the fastest one. Taros comes in, intimidates. I also didn't want to leave the Taros because it didn't want itself to be intimidated. That's also a reason why I kept in the back, expecting to see the Taros on lead. So he is not protecting turn on this game, which I thought he might. But it didn't really feel that bad. Because he could have just take KO there, and he would have eaten up the power trip. Dash goes from and actually get a crit. So that crit is huge because the Taros is no longer threatening my first main. The downside is I gave him a free quiver dance without it doing any sort of threats. So Taros is gone, but Volcarona is starting to get scary. I do have Wild Shard threatening it, but he knows it. It's not like I can surprise him with it. And I did take close combat, though Taros ate that somewhat, but with +1 from Volcarona, I'm not sure whether I'll survive. And when it brings in the Dragonite, I'm pretty sure I won't survive the extreme speed double up. Pretty soon I'm going to go away from that premature wild charge and do the same thing and protect, because he knows I'm Terra wild charge. So he protects, scouting for my wild charge. And he covers for it also. So this turn I find out he is the scale Dragonite and the stomping tantrums. So I can no longer safely wild charge with the Terra at least. And I'm fairly limited in my choices. I don't want to bring in the Fluttermane, because although it can take an attack from Volcarona, it probably won't take the double up. That if it survives, it's barely, but I don't think it survives Stomping Tantrum and +1 whatever. So I have to sack Stone Generator. I didn't really get to do anything yet. So he is forced to attack into my Taros, and I'm forced to sacking it. I'm not sure like yet how I'm going to like play the Taros and like safely. Because although I am targeting this Dragonite, the scale a little bit mid so that he get KO. Otherwise would have been a quick KO. And this will break it up essentially. So now it's 3 against 2 and like I'm 1 HP on the Glimora. But I do have Flutter Mane. And Flutter Mane is can do a lot, but it has to be in the right position. So like I definitely Terra. And I do have to pick definitely, seeing as I'm 2 against 1. Like I have to pick up both Dragonite and like I'm hoping to pick up the Walkerona, but he is +1 special defense and I have 2 special attacker out on the field. So he is thinking about it. He has also Amon in the back, which he could switch. He doesn't. So I get Terra, and I will KO this Dragonite. Just if he's going to extreme speed my Glimora or the Pokemon. At this moment, I was kind of afraid it was extreme speeding my Pokemon, but it did go into the Glimora. So speeding the Pokemon there could have put me in range like of the Walkerona to KO him. But he goes for another Quiver Dance, which means he's +2 against my Bastion Glint, which is scary. I did get the KO on Dragonite. Oh, I have loosely forgot that I have a one left, so it was 3 against 3. I have saved my Taros, but I'm not that confident. So he's bringing the Luxray and it's Intimidate Luxray. He also gets like Toxic Poison from Glimora. So I'm thinking like this time like, should I double up into the Walkerona? Because I'm definitely expecting to not KO. Like the plus with the +2, I'm not expecting to KO with just the Decimal Cleave. But I feel like he's left over, so I feel like he might go for a cheeky Protect and like do some chip damage with this Luxray, maybe even Snarl, which would have been not good. Or possibly like a Wild Shard Taros, which would KO probably. So I think like my only out here is if he protects and I get the KO on Luxray. He doesn't. And he almost gets the KO on Pokemon. And now I'm not feeling that great. That is until I get the crit on Walkerona, which is huge. I'm not sure if I could have done it without that crit. I messaged Otto after the game and he thinks actually I would have won either way, but I'm not going through that in detail. So without the crit, well, I would have KO'd the Luxray either way, and he was 1 against 2, so I might have won that, but it would have been much closer at least. I think the biggest crit there definitely was the Taros Sludge Bomb crit turn 1. That really put me in a position to like get Spider-Man in safely, which I needed. So we go into game 3, but I'm not confident at all. I'm not confident at all. And I'm like thinking, how the heck can I get through this Taros and walk around like without luck? And at this point, I think I'm checking what the Terra on Frostlass is, because I didn't quite remember if it was like Ghost or Ice. So I'm at this moment figuring out it's Ice, and I'm thinking, fuck. How should I feel with it? Because I think like the Frostlass deals pretty good to the Volcarona. It shuts it down. At least delays it, but like the Taros is threatening it. So I'm thinking, okay, how can I start with Frostlass without him attacking into it? So I'm thinking, okay, I should bait him into attacking my other spots. What I should have done, I think, which I don't end up doing because I ran out of time or just brain farted, should have led with third main, because then he would have been absolutely forced to attack into that spot and like switch it out for Talos and get the taunt off on the Volcarona. But I didn't. I brought Glimora, kind of not thinking it through entirely. So, and I think I realized that at this point that fuck, I should have gone with the flip main. And I think, okay, I just have to hope like somehow he doesn't attack the Frostlass, because I haven't brought it yet, so he doesn't know what it does. Like the Ice Wind probably, maybe if there's like Destiny Bomb. But he brings the Toad Screw, is awesome because like this is the lead that Frostlass is made for. It's safety goggles, so it ignores Spore and Rage Powder, and I can freely go for the taunt, and nothing is really threatening it. Like Fire Dance is threatening it, but I will get a taunt off before it does that. And here I'm thinking like, okay, should I attack into the Toad Scroll or wait in the next turn, because I don't really want to get to sleep either, so I'm protecting, like, in case he spores into the wall. At this point, I think actually Otto messaged me and said his Switch controller Joy-Con disconnected, so he wanted to switch out the Volcarona as well, but he didn't get to. And I could have have that free power gen for the Volcarona, but I sort of expected him to either Terra or protect or switch out, so didn't go for it. But that's like, it's a good thing that I wasn't able to like take advantage of that. So his Volcarona is now taunted, and like I can delay him his Quiver Dances. Taurus is still here, so it's threatening both my mons. And I'm thinking like he's going to attack into Frostlass with at least one. So I'm protecting it. And like just trying to catch Taurus with an Earth Power. Like possibly he could have like switch. I thought actually like the Volcarona would switch out of the taunt, and he could like, there is definitely was like you mentioned where Taurus could Terra still. He didn't go, but it looks interrupted, which I am really pleased to see. So Earth Power does below half, but this tells me that like I think a Sludge Bomb will KO, because that's stab and like 90 BP. So at this point, like, I just want to get the Fluttermane in because it threatens the KO on possibly both now, depending on how much chip damage I get on the Taurus. So I click Ice Wind because like Ice Wind isn't really doing anything, and the speed drops on the Volcarona could turn out to be good. Also on the Taurus, it's really good because that makes my Pokemon speed set. So he actually targets into Glimmer. I thought like he would stay with the Frost Class, but he doesn't. So I actually get like both an Ice Wind and an attack off with the Glimmer before he kills it. So this Taurus is gone, and like the Volcarona is not able to get the pure damage though. He has like this Terra is forced out. And I get the free switch in to the Fluttermane. So no, like now Fluttermane is looking really good. And my process is threatening the Toad Screw if he brings that back in. And like the Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam won't KO the Volcarona, but it will do a chunk. It will do a real chunk. There's the Toad Screw, so Frostlass is threatening the 1-hit KO. But the one thing I have to keep in mind is that Rage Powder still redirects my Fluttermane. So I can't really Moonblast, although I wanted to get the extra damage. I can't really do that. So I have to look into Dazzling Gleam to get like enough chip on the Volcarona before it boosts its defense, special defense. And now, like the -1 speed on Volcarona is really huge because even with the Quiver Dance now, Fluttermane will be able to outspeed it 2 turns before he like is able to outspeed me. So that is really huge. And this Dazzling Gleam is going to do a chunk without the special defense boost. So here's the Gleam. 60%, and Ice Skin definitely KOs like half health. Ice Wind maybe would have done it too, but I didn't want to. So there's Quiver Dance number 1. He's non-neutral speed, still slower than Fluttermane, but like special defense might like make him survive 1 more hit. Like depending on the damage roll, it looks like from this range. So we actually have the Dragonite back, which like Frostlass was really good into like 3 of his months. And I'm like very free to Ice Beam Dazzling Gleam again, because this will definitely, it looks like the Dragonite is Assault Vest from previous like damage rolls, so I'm fairly certain it can protect, and this will like chip the Volcarona enough and possibly KO the Dragonite, like most definitely, unless he's not Assault Vest and can protect. Extra Speed would have KO'd with the hit, I think, but this Dazzling Gleam actually is not to KO the Volcarona. I expected to survive on a sash, like an invisible sash, but didn't, and the Ice Beam got the KO. So I actually won that game versus Otto. It was a hard fought game. Game 2 definitely I was a bit lucky. I think game 3 though I played really well. The Frostlass adjustment was really good. Although I don't know if I could, like, if we were to play another set, I think he would have been able to play around it, like with the text and stuff. but that's how it is sometimes. We are in the semifinals now, so that will be amazing. And like, good luck to like. Thanks for the match, Otto. I bet I'll see you again, hopefully in some other season. And I'll see you guys next, possibly 2 weeks from now, in the semifinals. Bye.